Hello everyone! The Horde set sail to Zandalar together with Princess Talanji and Prophet Zul after they busted them out of the stockades. At this point in time, I don't believe they've actually explained how Zul and Talanji ended up together, but we do know that Talanji sought the aid of the Horde. Her father has ruled their kingdom and their people for 200 years now, empowered by their Loa Rezan, and she believes that he has lost sight of the threats that are surrounding him. His Zanchuli council, those that are supposed to advise him, they whisper poison in his ears, and it will be up to us to uncover if she's right and what is going on. Now, for the sake of making it a little bit easier to explain the main story in this zone, I'm just going to let you guys in on this big secret reveal. Turns out that Prophet Zul is up to no good. What? I hear you say. This guy looks like a trustworthy individual, but no, it's the truth. Prophet Zul is the bad guy. Still, at this point, we have no idea of that, and in order of King Rastakhan, we're sent out to help the Prophet Atal'dazar to deal with a mess of his own making.
You made this mess, my prophet. Now go clean it up.
As you will it will be so. Only, I have foreseen that Vol'jambe will not die by my hand.
Then take our new speaker with you and be done with it.
Ah, yes. They have proven themselves useful.
One of Zul's pupils, a witch doctor by the name of Vol'jambe, he has taken the Gurubashi enclave as his own and he ousted their guards. We need to reclaim the area, which offers the perfect opportunity to give us a little taste of Zul's power. He is able to predict exactly what goes down and when it happens. Information that he's willing to share with us while we go around Atal'dazar cleaning up the mess.
Call off your dog, Zul! You're making a mistake!
Vision or not, you wasted Rastakhan's patience. There are consequences, boy.
Vol'jambe believes that his sight has surpassed that of Zul's, and he tries to convince us of the visions that he has seen.
The troll I am feeling generous. I will hear you out. My friend here, however.
The vision goes like this. Golden sails mark the final coming. The manipulator seeks to break the seal. Get away! Do not touch it! This is important! Listen! Buffeted by a current of lies, the high throne will be unmoved. It, too, will be crushed beneath the wheel. Wait! Lower above, just let me finish! Shadows twist the strings of fate, bending the Empire to its will. In the end, even the great king will be made to kneel. Meddling insect! There's a special place on the other side for you!
Betrayal, the doom of an empire, and a threat against the king. Now that is a properly dramatic prophecy.
Zul makes it a point to remind us that whatever his student might say, he's desperate to save himself. His truth is distorted by fear, and his visions are incomplete. That does not mean that there's no truth to the words though, as we know that Zul, somewhere, somehow, he got in league with the artificially created Old God Ga'Hoon. This being was created by the Titan Keepers as they were searching for a cure to the Old God's corruption. To contain it, they created 3 seals, one in Nazmir, one in Vol'dun, and one still turning within Zuldazar. That is part of Zul's mission, to break that final seal. The High Throne will be unmoved and crushed beneath the wheel. Shadows twist the strings of fate, bending the Empire to its will. In the end, even the great king will be made to kneel. In this moment, we go around liberating the Gurubashi mind slaves, we take care of Zuvembi Brewer Zakal, and we get ready to confront the students that, like Zul, can see the future.
The troll take the seal I have given you and stamp it on the gong. His minions will try to stop you. Stay alert. Now set the urn near the archway. On second thought, move it a little to the left. Good. Now, switch out one of Vol'jambe's potions with the one I gave you. It will be the first one you set your eyes on. No second guessing it now. Come here. It is time. I tire of this game. You delivered your message. Now, it is time to face your fate.
We both know I will not die by your hand. You cannot stop me.
You are right. I will not, but my friend will.
You are not ahead of me, old man! It is you who will die here! My chosen! Your master needs you! Get away! I command you! You are strong, but my sight is stronger! This isn't happening! No, I will not die here! It is not my time! How did he... No.
A pity I was not able to teach him the most important lesson of all. You must plan, even for the futures you have not seen. This is dread, my friend. Let old Rastakhan know. I will return in my own time. Oh, and thanks for all your help.
Zul was able to predict every move of the encounter, and his student spirit ends up in an urn. The king's will has been carried out, and this false prophet is no more. It might be wise to share Vol'jamba's prophecy with the king, but Zul cannot say if it will change anything at all.
All is as my prophet said. Now perhaps you will see why I keep him by my side.
In Order of Rastakhan, we are doing Zul's dirty work, and not just once either, as in the harbor we have Zolani, Blade of the King, one actually loyal to Rastakhan, talking with Yasma and Volkau, who are in league with Zul.
Do not concern yourself with a few petty crimes. We have far more important matters to address.
Talanji has convinced the king to permit outsiders in the port. For the first time in centuries, they have allowed non-trolls to set foot on their shores and peddle their wares. And now, trolls of lesser tribes, they seem to think that they can take advantage of these merchants. While Zolani investigates why the merchants are not protected, we go through the bazaar and we slay any thugs that we can find. Here in the ports, it's where we discover that some trolls are actually practicing blood magic, a small taste of what's waiting for us in Nashmir, and a small taste of how far Zul's influence is spreading. Other troll tribes, Amani, Gurubashi, Sand Fury, there's even a dark troll that could be found in the area. They set up camp in the harbor. We see them represented, despite getting their asses kicked time and time again. Like the time around the Cataclysm, where Prophet Zul went around to unite the troll tribes to try and regain the glory of the former empire. Or that time in Mr. Pandaria, where they allied themselves with the Mogu and the Thunder King. Prophet Zul was part of the ritual that resurrected Lei Shen, that resurrected the Thunder King, in order to try and claim the land of Pandaria, as they believed that the Cataclysm that had destroyed the homeland. Zul had seen this in his visions, and although the Cataclysm definitely did some damage to the homeland, Nashmir, for example, that was turned into a swamp, it wasn't as catastrophic as Zul thought it was going to be. This is also mentioned by Dockmaster Kobo as we go around spreading the word of Zul. Faithful servants, I have returned as promised. The time has come to recall our brothers and sisters that sailed with me into exile during the Cataclysm. The time has come to once again unite the Zandalari under a single banner. You each have your tasks. See to them. Your prophet Zul. Oh, and as for you, hero, know that I foresaw you reading this. We learned from Lorewalker Cho, during Mr. Pandaria, that Zul's visions of the Cataclysm, they eventually earned him a fleet from Rastakhan, to which he set out to unite the troll tribes. It's interesting that he mentions being exiled, as in a later quest, Talanji let us know that at that time period, Zul's visions of a grand troll empire, it was very tempting to her father. This suggests that he was actually in on Zul's plans, and like Cho told us, he gave him the fleet, so I wonder when exactly Zul was exiled. Doomsayer Volkini mentions that it was years ago that he returned from exile with their fleet, so there's definitely a story to be told here, also a story to explain how he got to hang out with Talanji and how he came into contact with Kahun and even Queen Azora. A small side quest involving the Lower Shark Grow, it makes mention of a dark soul that has infiltrated the Zanchuli Council, seeking an accord with Queen Azora. Her motives are hidden behind the vast darkness, but we do know that she's in league with the old god Nazov. Some way, somehow, she and Zul are working together. So yeah, still quite a bit of story to be told, but right now, by spreading the word of Zul, we're actually shooting ourselves in the foot. Nokali Descartes, master of messages, he's been saving a messenger beast ever since the Thunder King rose. It would seem its day has finally arrived as Nalukana is sent out with a message.
My king, you are in great peril. I see encroaching enemies claiming the throne for themselves. They near Warport Rastari as I speak. We should retreat to Zanchuli while it is still an option.
Habutu, Zolani, take the speaker of the Horde and ensure the warport is safe. Today is not the final day of my reign.
It's not exactly hard to predict the future when you manipulate it like Zuldazar. Our messenger bird has let the Mogu, now allies of Zul, know that the time has come for their attack. They've infiltrated the port, and while we join Bladeguard Habutu and Zolani, we do our best to kick the invaders out. We rally the defenders and fight all the way to the Mogu warship. This is exactly what Zul wanted.
I had hoped for a greater challenge.
Vilnagdor and Warlord Cow, two characters from the novel Shadows of the Horde, they brag about how Rastakan's end is upon us, and that we're at the dawn of the birth of a neutral empire.
No matter. Your king's end comes.
I envy you, witnessing the birth of a neutral empire firsthand. A petty Rastakan will not experience the same pleasure.
No! Habutu! Traitor! Caesar!
You should have listened to Talanji. You have grown stagnant, old friend. You let our kingdom rot and decay. But I have foreseen the Troll Empire rising again. No more treaties with outsiders. No more bargains with Loa. Blood is our path now. The path of Gahoon!
Should we go after them?
No. In time, they will come to us.
Zul plays his hand. I hope you are as shocked and surprised as I am. We were able to save the king though. Something about planning for the futures you've not seen. But with Zul's plans out in the open, all hell breaks loose. The king needs to be healed. Not just his body, but also his soul. Bonsandi has been longing to claim it for a very long time. Yet Rastakan is still favored by their son, who's not done with him quite yet.
You bear the mark of one of my chosen. Who are you to call upon the lower of kings? What is it, child of the Horde? The little king will rise. I am not finished with him. Bonsandi.
You got a bellow that would wake the dead! What you want, man?
You have taken what is mine. Release him.
Long time you've been keeping this one from me. Long time. I'll be denied no further.
Know your place, lower of graves, or I will put you in one.
Comes a time when we all got to die, even kings. But I be feeling generous. Take your little friend. I'll be seeing you in good time.
What you want?
Restore his spirit to his body. My priests call me back to my temple. Send Rastakan to me when he finds his teeth again.
Rastakan will not be dancing with somebody quite yet, as we restore his spirit to his body. Zul has sent forces out after us, which we take care of, and on board of Rastakan's ship, we find chronicler Tokini, a Zandalari that we saw all the way back during Wrath of the Lich King. He was there when the Drakari performed their dark ancient rituals of devouring the Loa and taking in their powers to hold the ground against the Lich King. They made him tell them exactly how the Drakari did it, which means that Zul's forces, they now know how to take the powers of the Loa for themselves.
May your foes tremble in your presence. That snake! My Loa cries out. Zul's heresy knows no limits. Zolani, my blade! We must defend the temple. Go!
Information that they're putting to good use at the Temple of Razan, where they're trying to devour Razan himself. The king finds his teeth again as we unleash his wrath upon Zul's followers and we join him in the battle against Vilnagdor.
Zul foretold your coming. All proceeds as he predicted.
The fiend hides behind Razan's power. I will steal it back from him. You are weak without the Loa. Finish him!
I have played my part.
Great one. Are you still breathing? Let me release you from these chains.
Come, little king. Let us bring ruin upon these heretics.
Yes! Razan is teaching them to respect Heloa's might. Come and see! Such is the fate of those who defy the great king. He is an enthusiastic predator.
Power manifest. Rastakhan, your enemies test your borders. Your council challenges your authority. Your friends try to take your life. There is blood in the waters now. It is time to ask yourself, are you king or are you prey?
I have grown soft. Many have tried to warn me, my own daughter among them. I did not listen. But I swear to you, and to this champion of the Horde, that I will not rest until I have Zul's head.
Razan is saved, but the threat of Zul is far from over. Back in the city, we find his followers out in force. All those that believe that Rastakhan is not the right person to lead them, and that Gahun is the true god. Not even the Loa are safe, as we discover in the garden of the Loa, Yasma and Volkal, they set their eyes on devouring Shadra, the Venom Queen.
Volkal, dispose of these invaders while I deal with Shadra. You are too late. The blood of the Loa has been spilled. Die, Shadra. Die forever. By the old ways, I claim your power as my own! Fool! If I had the time, I would crush you for what you did to Volkal. Once I harness these new powers, you shall witness this empire's fall!
Shadra was not so fortunate as Razan was, and Yasma now holds her power. Slaying Volkal, that won't do much, as Yasma, she's going to use her newfound powers to reanimate his corpse, but at least for the moment, he is out of the way. Things are pretty dire though. Loa and Zandalari alike are feeling the wrath of Zul, yet not all have given up hope quite yet. We rally those still loyal and make ready to hunt the one who has foreseen the future.
Zandalar forever.
Come, hero. For this, you will want to hold on tight.
Brothers and sisters of Zandalar, the time has come to cut off the heads of these traitors who have sworn themselves to Zul. Gonk, blower of the hands, lead your followers to the temple of the prophet and slay any foes you find. Flush our enemies out into the open. Paku, lower of the winds, take to the skies and seek out the heretics. Divine their goals and meet us at the temple. Rezan! Let's go hunting. For Zandalar!
Our armies march on the Temple of the Prophet, where we bring ruin to his forces and also read the words of Zul, the word that he's been spreading amongst his followers. Not only does he serve Gahun, he also believes that Rastakhan and Rezan, that they're useless to them and they need to be replaced. High atop Mount Mugamba is an ancient city called Atal'dazar, the sacred resting place of dead kings. It is there where they will find a true king to lead them, Dazar, he who was first. With the power Zul now wields, they will return him to his seat of glory as King of Zandalar. Not just any old king. In Zul's travels to Pandaria, they've taught him not only how to resurrect ancient kings, like Leishan the Thunder King, he also learned how to control them. That actually puts quite an interesting spin on the story of Mr. Pandaria. Did Leishan the Thunder King act out of his own accord, or was Zul pulling the strings from behind the curtains? Something for Blizzard to answer. Now the final word of Zul, that mentions how he saw the Drakari fall to the might of the undead scourge, and as they fell, they consumed their gods in near-forgotten rituals, stealing untold amounts of power to be used for their own purposes. He has learned a whole lot in his travels, and he has a lot of time to plan this coup. Let's see if we can snuff it out by charging into Atal'dazar and confront the Dark Prophet.
Your visions had best be right about this.
Heretic! You trespass upon sacred ground.
Ah, he arrives. The lower of... what do we call him now?
Mind your tongue, traitor.
Rezan. Do you not understand? I am not your subject. And you have no place among kings. The time of the lower is done. Hour of blood approaches.
Rezan, he is gone. That thing is not a lower. Retreat. Live to fight another day.
It's not easy trying to fight against a foe that can predict the future. Rezan walked right into the trap, empowering Zul's plans of resurrection and greatly weakening King Rastakhan. Soon, all Bon Samedi will come calling, so we must defeat Zul before that happens. Despite the king following a god of strength, he does not have the strength to face his daughter right now, does not have the strength to face her with his shame. He asked of us to inform her of what happened, yet despite his weakened state, he will follow Zul while we have to enter Atal'dazar and take care of Yasma. She's trying to buy Zul time and keep us away from the Tomb of Kings, but that is going to be a story for another day. For now, we can't really say that our adventures in Zuldazar, that they were quite the victory that we had hoped for. Zul is a crafty adversary, yet at the same time, we have begun proving our worth to the Zandalari, and hopefully, soon enough, they will turn them into our allies. Zul and Gahun, their threats waiting to be explored. I cannot wait for Uldir to open up this week. But for now, thank you very much for watching, everyone. At this point in time, for next time, we could choose to go either into Nashmir or Voldun. Let me know in the comments down below which one you'd like to explore first. If you like my videos, then by all means hit that subscribe button. Leave a like if you enjoyed this one. And until next time, guys. See ya!